Morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you've accessed this at. Lesson 1 in our track and field unit, the practical side. You've watched the video, very exciting. You've listened to my droning PowerPoint, not quite so exciting, I'm sure. Now we get on to some practical stuff. We're going to start with a standing broad jump, one of our events that hopefully in the future we'll get to compete in at some kind of sports day. But we'll see how long this thing lasts. Standing broad jump is where we start on 2 feet and we explode into the air, throwing our arms forward to help us gain more distance over the ground. That's our aim. There are some little mistakes that some people make, and we'll talk about them as we show you the correct technique. And then we'll let you try it, practice it, and then we'll have a little challenge for you to see if you can jump super far. You might even want to involve mum, dad, i.e. brother, sister, passerby, anyone that you want to challenge to a little competition. Now, which part of the body do you think you need to use to jump really far? Now, I know most of you will be thinking, my legs, I need my legs to jump. And you do. You also need your core, and you also need your arms. Now that may surprise some of you, but we don't just use our legs, we use our legs, our core, and our arms. So let's look at jump number 1. Now I'm not going to do it very well. I'm going to do something a little bit wrong in jump number 1. And I want you to watch me and think to yourself, what is it that Mr. Watt is doing wrong? What is it he's not doing well? Now, to do my jump, I'm going to use something to mark my starting point. I've got a pen. And I'm going to use another pen to mark where I landed. And that way I can tell how far I'm jumping. And if I want to be super mathematical about it and super precise about it, I might take a measuring tape and measure and see how far I've jumped. Another way I can measure it is by putting one foot in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other, and seeing how many foot lengths I've managed to jump. So, for jump number 1, I use my pen, or anything a bit like a pen, and I put it on the ground at my toes. And this is where I'm going to jump from. So, jump number 1. See if you can see if there's anything I'm doing that's not quite right. I'm hoping that you noticed I wasn't using my arms when I jumped. I'm hoping that you know how to do it better than I just did. So for jump number 2, I'm going to use my arms. I want you to watch my technique and have a think to yourself, is that the best way to use your arms to help you jump as far as possible? Have a watch, have a think. I'll do it once at normal speed and once in slow motion to make it easier for you to see what it is I'm doing. So, jump number 2. I've got my pen and my toes are just behind it. And I marked my last jump with another pen. And I'm going to see if I can get further than my first jump. Last time I didn't use my arms at all, so this time I'm going to. Now, I hope that some of you noticed that I was pulling my arms backwards to try and jump forwards. That's not the way we jump further. Where do you think we should swing our arms to help us jump further? Now, jump number 3, I'm going to use my arms again, but I'm going to use them in a different way. I want you to watch my 2 examples, the fast one and the slow one, and try and notice what I do with my arms and when I do it in my whole jump procedure. Jump number 3. Now, on jump number 2, I used my arms, but I pulled my arms backwards, but I wanted my whole body to go forwards. That's not going to help me. So this time I'm going to use my arms, but I'm going to try to use them in the right direction at the right time. Let's see if I can beat my first 2 pen marks. I'm going to take my other pen, my 3rd pen, and I'm going to try, using my arms, I'm going to swing them and jump as far as I can across the floor. Let's see if I can beat my last 2 jumps.